What's going on, y'all? We are back for another fun episode of the Sandbox Sports Podcast. And as always, we are recording before the Monday Night Football game. And more than anything, after this holiday season, we just want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir. I hope you ate good because we did. Why wouldn't we? Some of us might have taken some L's this week on fantasy. Some might have become victors yet again. But so much in store for you guys. Like Chris said, so much fun this episode, right? Who likes the color green? Because that'll be the basis of it today, the color green. Cut the check, Chris. Cut the check.
Yes, sir. We are getting into making y'all some green. Because here's the thing. Reality of the situation is we are on the cusp of the last week of fantasy football. This is the time where you're either making the playoffs, digging yourself out of last, or locking up them number one seed. So, given that, at this point, I feel like as much information as we provided, there's really not that much more we can do for you for fantasy. Just win, baby. But
Just win.
the season isn't yet over. The season isn't yet over, and there's still some time to make you some green. And we ain't talking about the Jets. We talking about that money. If you remember, we've been dropping some reels left and right about how to make you some money, and we want to make sure we can get you guys paid just as much as we want to, too. Right, Maul?
Yeah, I don't like how you threw in the Jets, but yeah.
Yeah, man, we trying to make some dough for y'all. So we gonna kick y'all a couple locks going into this week. I'm gonna kick it off and start with one. If you guys are fans of football all over, you might have just seen this past weekend with rivalry week where, man, these teams were squabbling out. So I'm gonna go with another rivalry game. On Thursday night, you got the Lions versus the Packers. The Lions are gonna play the Packers. And just as much as these games can be physical, I gotta go with the physicality in this game. You can go ahead and make you some money by locking in Josh Jacobs and David Montgomery to score anytime. Anytime touchdowns for Josh Jacobs and David Montgomery. These two teams duke it out, they battle hard, and they're gonna battle for this one because there's a lot of seating on the line. So they're gonna come out fighting and punching, and those running backs are gonna get in the end zone. Lock it in.
Woo! Money being made around here. Woo! I love it because you know why? The division is on fire right now. I think each team is above 8 or 9 wins outside of the Bears. But the Vikings, Lions, Packers, all of which are kind of floating around either a playoff team or a wild card contender, which means we're in for a good game, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chris said the running backs each will score. We're forgetting Jameer Gibbs because I think he said David Montgomery and Josh Jacobs. But it is back heavy this game. And you know what? I gotta get a bet on this game too, man. Here's what I'll say. Right now, the Lions are favored by 3.5 points. Let's just say 4. But I got a hunch, and my hunch is that the Packers actually have one of the youngest, and then just in terms of depth, the most depth in their receiving core that I've seen in a while. A bunch of no names, get familiar because these guys can ball. I got the Packers covering. Lions
Ooh.
winning, but the Packers covering. Give me the Packers losing by 3, man.
Hey, man, I like that. These division games, bro, they be mad close. They be mad close. And this Packers team is one of those teams that is scary. No team really wants to face them when we get in the off. So I like that one. Staying within that division, though, this one hurts a little bit just because I got him on my fantasy team in one of my leagues. But it's time that he finally hits pay dirt again. When we started this season, the streak that Justin Jefferson was on in terms of getting in the end zone every week was masterful. He was the number one receiver in fantasy. And it's time that he gets back to that. Look, teams have kind of figured out what the Vikings want to do in making Justin Jefferson the focal point. However, he's still the number one receiver in football. And Sam knows that he's got to get him in the end zone. in order for them to stay competing for the number one seed. So Justin Jefferson is going to score this week against the Falcons, who had trouble against Ladd McConkey, who have honestly kind of teetered this whole season. But Justin Jefferson's going to make him pay for that. Give me Justin Jefferson. Jay Jetta scoring on Sunday.
Bet on it. And you guys might not like my take. You might not like my next take because I've been giving this guy hell over the past 2 years. And the name rings bells because Chris just said that first name and he shares it. Another Justin in the league, man. Another Justin in Cali. Justin Herbert, man. Justin Herbert is going up against Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs this weekend. And although the Chiefs are hitting their strides, they might have tripped up a little bit. You know, you take a loss the week before last. You win by just 2 points against the Las Vegas Raiders. And the Chargers and Harbaugh and Herbert have been balling with no receiver, I might add. Give me the Chargers money line, man. Justin Herbert is playing lights out. I got Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs kind of hitting that slump, similar to what the Eagles hit last year. And I got Justin Herbert and Harbaugh playing their lights out to win against the Chiefs, to also gain some static in the playoffs, to actually be a playoff contending team, and to also make them a team contending for top free agent wide receivers next year. Give me the Chargers money line, and hey, I got the Chargers by winning by more than 6 points.
So, look, I got another bet for y'all, but we got to talk about that one real quick more because I think that game is in Kansas City as well. And really the thing that throws me off about it is not that it's a bad bet by any means, but I swear, bro, the Chiefs, every time the game is close, every time there's a game that they could lose, they somehow manage to win it one way or another, whether that's a team collapsing, whether it's this or that. What makes you so sure Justin Herbert and them boys going to pull it off?
I just think there's too much firepower in LA without a receiver that they have to worry about. I think the defense of the Chiefs has been playing well. They've been playing well, right? But I think Justin Herbert is inching towards another 4,000-yard year if he hasn't gotten to that point just yet. Ladd McConkey at half this past week, had over 100 yards. So let's just talk about it, right? Let's talk about what they've seen against the Chiefs. They're in the division. They play them twice a year, so they know what they're expecting. And there's a bit of a hunch, in my opinion, that the Chiefs are hitting a decline. Like I said, they played Vegas in Kansas City this past weekend and lost by just a snap.
Yeah.
Mr. O'Connell dropped the last snap to seal the game, or at least to get them closer to winning and putting them in field goal position. And you just ain't winning football games against the Chargers if you're barely winning against the Raiders. That's why I got the Chiefs losing. And that's why I got them losing by more than 6 points. I said it. I got the Chiefs losing by a touchdown or more this weekend.
Sheesh. Hey, look, to be honest with you, I love it. I'm a big Justin Herbert fan. And frankly, I think the Chiefs have just been kind of like winning just since eking by. And I think someone's got to expose them. And if it's going to be anyone, it's going to be that team in the division that's always competitive with them.
Yeah, they've been getting a little bit of zebra help as well. Let's just call it what it is. The Chiefs have been getting zebra help.
Yeah.
They played against Vegas, and they've been getting some assistance from Vegas as well. Let's just say.
Them boys are calling in. But let me tell you, if you need one of them guys to lock in for sure, call this guy in to make you some money. And I'm not just saying this because in my big money league in fantasy, shout out to Dirty Dozen, but in my big money league, I was going against this man, Josh Allen. And this week, he not only threw a touchdown, he threw another one, apparently, to himself. He's out there playing chess while Cats is playing checkers. Why he need receivers? He's doing it himself. And he's running it in himself. The man had 4 touchdowns, all by his lonely. And I don't think that's going to stop because this Rams defense, they're young and they're talented, but they're inexperienced. They're inexperienced and they can be overpowered. So I got Josh Allen not only scoring on this Sunday, but I got him scoring himself, not just a throwing touchdown. I got Josh Allen scoring, running, or heck, maybe even receiving again. But I got him scoring with a rushing touchdown this week. Lock in a rushing touchdown score from Mr. Josh Allen.
You know, I love it. Scary that he's going to be in our division for the next 10 plus years. It is what it is. I love the bet because that is just what Josh Allen does.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he's MVP this year. So we'll see what happens with that. And you know, unfortunately, I'm going to have to stay in the division with this bet here. But, like Chris said, when we talking about green, we might not be talking about the Jets, my squad, the Jets, because we aren't talking about the Jets this week when it comes to betting odds. We're talking about the team going up against the Jets this year. Ooh. And let's just say this, the Jets defense have been abysmal when it comes to stopping the run all year. Teams have averaged plus 70 yards on the ground, and they have no answer for it. But guess who they're going up against? A fantasy connoisseur when it comes to running the ball, and Devon Achane and the Miami Dolphins. Do I think they can stop Devon Achane? Hell no! That's why I'm telling you to go and bet on Devon Achane. Now, the betting odds haven't been out just yet because we aren't quite there. We don't know what injuries are going to look like when it comes to the injury list for both teams. But Devon Achane, if healthy, and with a mediocre Miami Dolphins offensive line, you better bet Devon Achane plus 60 yards rushing and even a touchdown this weekend. I'm saying plus 60 yards by being generous, but I honestly think the guy's going to go for like 120 against the New York Jets.
Sheesh!
Love the Jets. Hate the Jets' run defense. Granted, hate everything about the Jets this year. Love them, but it's a love-hate relationship with me this year. And I got Devon Achane torching us this weekend.
Hey, honestly, bro, big shouts out to you. Let's clap it up for Maul, because it's crazy to find that we reach a point in this season where you actually come with objectivity about your team. And it's in the spirit of making these people money. So, hey, big shouts out to you. We affirm you on that.
Money green. And if you make some bread, specifically with this Devon Achane bet, yo, just shoot us a little subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we did for you. You tapped in and you got some chicken. So there we go.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, man, this is going to be a fun week. I hope you guys are getting everything that you need in fantasy football. But we hope that you also can make some dough with us as we're trying to lock in going forward with the rest of the season. Because it's that time, baby. It's that time to really start raking in that dough.
Yes, man. It is holiday season. So why not save up or collect your rightfully due own money from FanDuel. Bet what we told you to bet and get your kid that bike they want. Get your wife that purse she wants. Yeah. Get everybody what they want. It's that. What did Oprah say? Everybody you get a bet. You get a bet.
Yeah.
Tap in with Sandbox and win this weekend, man.
Yes, sir. Boom.